Ah, I'm kind of disappointed right now. So, Sony owns Spider-Man again. Yay, I'm so excited for that. So, basically, I'm not gonna read the whole article. I'm just gonna leave the article in the description if you guys are interested to read more. But to give you a quick summary, it's just Disney and Sony were having a renegotiation with the character after it was brought back to the MCU, which I thought it was a great idea to have Spider-Man be part of the MCU for once instead of having his own solo films. And it actually surprisingly did work. It was just for Homecoming, like I just didn't like a little bit how it was like a little bit technology, like technical, like there was so many stuff into the suit. I actually just prefer the, red and blue spandex. Excuse me, simple as that. But they did something different with the Spider-Man, and I really love this change. So after that, like Disney offered like the deal that Sony didn't want, and I'm not that surprised because Sony just really wants that money, and they did own Spider-Man before, but like the games and everything, it kind of sucked especially for me because I really want to play the Spider-Man PS4 because it's only on the PS4 and not on Xbox, so I'm kind of sad a little bit on that. And then they announced that the Kevin Feige, who helped steer Disney's Marvels and Studios in its Avengers, he won't no longer play like the role of Spider-Man Tom Holland. I don't know if they're gonna replace Tom Holland or if they're gonna just make the third Spider-Man film without him. Like, bro, they can't just I feel like they couldn't just do that. Like it's already in the good start, and now they're gonna ruin it for some reason. I just have like a feeling that they're gonna ruin it. And there for Spider-Man, there was gonna be like two more movies after Far From Home, but after Kevin not being a part of Spider-Man's Tom Holland, then I think they're gonna narrow it down to just only one film that's gonna continue after Far From Home. Which, if you haven't seen it, I'm not going to spoil it, but if you want to listen to my thoughts and reviews, I'll leave that link of the video in the description if you want to go listen to me talk about Spider-Man Far From Home. And, yeah. So, I don't think this is, a good move, and for Sony's part, they should have just, went with whatever offer that Disney did, because it was great, don't get me wrong, the solo films are great as well, but having him part of the MCU, I think it was sort of revolutionary, because ever since Sam Raimi made his own, I love Spider-Man to death, and then the Amazing Spider-Man, it was good in my opinion, but people didn't like it that much, and this now new Spider-Man, I think it's just really good. They did change it a bit, of how they were going to incorporate him, and I feel like it turned out a huge success. And again, Sony just not taking off for whatever Disney made is just that's the sign of greediness. And yeah, and I'm pretty sure they do Sony owns Venom, and I feel like it's kind of a problem because now they own Spider-Man again. I wonder if they're gonna either reincorporate Spider-Man into the same universe with Eddie Brock. It could be just a theory right now, and people made theories before, if Disney, or not Disney, if Sony owns Spider-Man again, will they do some sort of universal collide or something? I don't know, but I'm pretty sure Far From Home did make $1.1 million after the box release. I think it was more than the Spider-Verse, I think, but I'm not too sure about that, so don't quote me on that. But I don't think if they're gonna plan to do Spider-Man and Venom together, I feel like it's a bad idea, because they did it in the Sam Raimi film, but it's not it was not supposed to go good. It sounds good on paper, but in the actual film, it was just now like me like understanding how I enjoy the movies. Yeah, Spider-Man 3 did kind of suck, and it was like pushing every single villain towards Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. And the Venom, like, I don't know who played Venom, but he did semi well. But Tom Hardy, he nailed it with Venom, and I don't think it would go well. Like, how would Tom Holland's Spider-Man like incorporate with Eddie Brock, even though they're doing the second sequel, which is, I don't know, maybe Venom 2 or something, or Venom Carnage, because I think it's Woody Harrelson, the guy who's going to be playing Carnage, which I gotta say, hands down, good choice in selections. But having Spider-Man into the mix, like, I don't know how that's going to incorporate, but I don't think it's, I don't know, a good idea on my part to watch a film with Spider-Man. Like we all know how it is in the comics. Spider-Man gets the symbiote first, but this time Eddie gets the symbiote first. So, like, for me, it's just like, so I don't know how it's gonna go well unless, like, Venom, he's just an anti-hero. He's like a good guy sometimes and just a bad guy. Well, right now Tom Hardy's Venom, he's just being like that but different. But yeah, I'm sorry for ranting about that for almost like 2, maybe 3 minutes about that. It was just like my speculation of like, how would it go on paper? It would go great on like cartoon films and everything. Like, they do it much more better than the actual live action. That's just an actual fact. But if they somehow made a good Spider-Man and Venom movie, then I'll take back what they I'll just go back to this video and comment or something, or like take back what I said about Sony then, if they can't make a good Spider-Man movie. But don't get me wrong, they're all great in my opinion, but like critics are going really ham on the Spider-Man films, and like I gotta agree to a certain extent of their criticism of why some parts of the film was terrible. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down below in the comments about Spider-Man leaving the MCU. And again, if you want to go check out the article, I will link it down in the description below. This is from the New York Times. This is where I read about the news. And yeah, my name is Sunday39. I hope you have a wonderful morning, night, and day. Eating, sleeping, getting a breakfast burrito, whatever the occasion is. And yeah, see you in the next one. Peace.